Hi, this is Highbridge Caravan's Devon branch, and on this very cold lockdown January evening we are doing some walk around video tours on some of our new and used stock. And this particular one is a 2016 on a 66 plate Autocruise Alto. Now this is an absolutely stunning fixed bed van conversion based on the Peugeot Boxer. She's 6.35 metres long, as with all van conversions. She's about 2.2 metres wide. I'll check the mileage on this one in a moment. It's not very much. This is a van that we've sold before, and it's absolutely immaculate, and on top of that it's got a fantastic spec. Now I don't like to oversell things, but I am very confident that this is the best Autocruise Alto money can buy. I don't think you'd find a better one for sale on a dealer's forecourt today. It is an absolute cracker. So we sold this to its previous owner, Dave, who has really looked after it fantastically well. It's just come in, not been cleaned, it doesn't need it. He valeted it for us before he brought it in. It's got a fantastic factory and aftermarket extra spec, and it's a really good egg. So I'll check the mileage in a moment, but it's not done a great deal. Now this particular Alto, she's registered late 2016, possibly early 2017. She's on a 66 plate. She's a 16 model, Autocruise, a Yorkshire manufacturer who were, by the time this van was built, part of Swift. And these days you'd see this van sold as a Swift Select 174, I believe. I'm open to being wrong on that number, but certainly a Swift Select. And 2016 was the last year they used the Autocruise name and did a really high spec one. This particular one was a dealer special, so it's got, amongst other things that Altos don't normally have, it's got the bigger engine. So it's got the 150 brake engine, it's got electric fold wing mirrors, and it's got factory sat nav, and possibly I think it might have like automatic headlights or wipers as well. So it's a unusually high specification one. They were a batch built on this higher spec cab. They were sold by Marquis, and this was one we took in part exchange and then sold to its previous owner, who has added an awful lot of kit. So I hope it's not too dark for this. It is getting late in the day. It's also about -2 out here at the moment, but I think she's looking fantastic in metallic silver. I like it with the black bumpers as well. I think that really sets it off, along with the black awning and graphics. I think this is a fantastic looking van. We've got some silver mirror guards on there. We've got LED daytime running lights as well, which is super duper. We'll have a little walk around the outside. So she's on a 6.34 metre extra long wheelbase chassis, which all the Autocruise Altos were. The earlier ones were 6 metres, but they didn't quite have as much internal space, so they stretched them a bit, put them on the 6.34 chassis. But that's actually the same wheelbase as the 6 metre chassis, so for parking and practicality, personally I find it every bit as good as a 6 metre. It just gives you a useful bit of extra space. So having a walk around the outside, we've got very smart silver paint, and the black graphics really set it off. 16-inch wheels, not 15s, which do ride better. You'll notice the difference in ride quality. We've got a 2-lay Omni-Store awning there, and an awning light as well on the sliding door. We'll come back to some gizmos that are inside the sliding door when we come back in a bit. Fresh water drain off point there. You've got onboard fresh and waste water tanks. This is a fixed bed model, as we'll see on the inside. Fridge vents there. You've got a 3-way fridge freezer, which runs off gas if you're not hooked up, mains if you are. And amongst the many things which the previous owner added to this van, he fitted an underslung gas tank, which is a very expensive modification to do. So instead of having gas bottles in the gas locker as every other Alto out there, this one now, you can refill it with LPG for running everything in the back of the van, like your heating, your water heater and your fridge when you're not on the mains, and of course your cooker all the time. And you just fill up with LPG at a gas pump, which will save you a lot of money. You can do it anywhere across Europe as well. And the other bonus is, as we'll see in a moment, that means the gas locker now becomes extra storage space, which is always critical in any van conversion. So very smart black 2-lay awning. Coming around to the back doors, we can see a high level reversing camera. There's also low level reversing sensors and a tow bar, which is obviously very useful for putting bikes. So an electric bike rack, or a bike rack for electric bikes, can go on there very inexpensively. Opening up the back doors, we can see the large, very comfortable fixed bed. It is a side bed, it has a cut off there, but people naturally narrow towards the foot end, and it's normally one person who is a little bit narrower than the other one who sleeps on that side, so plenty of space. And this lovely Jubilee mattress. Underneath of that, of course, you've got storage. If you don't have a fixed bed in a motorhome or a van conversion, you don't have a lot of storage, but you add this and you've got loads and loads of storage underneath of there, so you can add your chairs and tables, all your camping paraphernalia, your barbecue, your windbreaks. You've got somewhere to put them. So this really is the van conversion that thinks it's a coach built. It's got loads and loads of room. You've also got access to that cupboard there for even more storage from the back. Really, really smart woodwork and cabinet work that we'll see from the inside. You can just see it's almost got like a dressing table sort of unit there as well, which is very, very smart, with some Hollywood lighting. Really good place to get ready to go out of an evening when you're sat on your campsite in the south of France. Very, very nice. Double glazed windows all the way around on this. Not all manufacturers use them. I've said in previous videos I prefer these. Heat loss much less of that. You've got concertina blinds and fly screens on all the windows, and you don't get the condensation that you can do with single glazed windows, or the heat loss. There's not a mark on this van. It's mint. Previous owner, so really looked after it very well and spent a lot of money on it while he had it. Bedroom window there, wastewater drain point there, mains hookup, and on the roof, one of the extras that was fitted to it is it's got a large solar panel that you can just about see the top of on the roof. Apologies for the slightly out of focus camera work. It's that cold, it's a bit steamy, the camera's struggling to keep up. Freshwater fill up point goes in there. There is a little 12-volt socket next to it, so if you want to get yourself a submersible pump for sucking in from an aqua roll or water container, you can do. Otherwise, just drive up to a tap and fill it up. And next to that is the filler for the LPG gas tank. So that's a really expensive thing to do, but it's a really useful thing, both for the extra storage it gives you and for the convenience in being able to fill up with gas very, very cheaply at home, and all across Europe as well. You can't change your Calagas bottles in Europe, they're a British company, but you can refill with LPG with an adapter wherever you go. So we'll have a look at the cab now, and we'll check the mileage, which I didn't know before. So amongst the large spec in the cab, we've got full concertina blinds and fly screens. Now, quick word about the van that replaced this. They rebadged it as a Swift Select in 2017. They basically made the vans cheaper, but they stripped all of the spec out. Whereas these, this particular one's obviously mega spec, but even a normal Alto had a lot more spec in 16 than they did in 17. So if you're looking at buying a used Autocruise Alto or a Swift Select 174, you're better off with a 16 than you are with a 17, or in my opinion an 18. In fact, you're better off with this one because it is mint, and you won't find another one with as higher mileage, with this higher specification, or in as nice a condition. Price on this, by the way, is 40995. It's priced competitively compared to any normal Alto out there, and this is far from a normal Alto. It's not an auto, it's a manual. Anyway, let's have a look at the mileage. So it's done only 13,000 miles from new. And cab spec, you've got a mirror mounted reversing camera. We saw the camera on the back. You've got steering wheel controls for your stereo, and your stereo is the rarely seen in one of these sat nav, basically. So it's factory fitted Peugeot sat nav that uses TomTom mapping, does Bluetooth as well. Amongst the other increased cab spec, you've got climate controlled air conditioning there as well, so you rarely see that. So you've got climate controlled aircon, you've got sat nav, factory sat nav, you've got electric fold wing mirrors as well, which is great. I said it had auto headlights, it doesn't. I lied there, sorry about that, but that's no bad thing. It's easy enough to flip a switch. But yeah, mega cab spec, and the bigger power engine as well, the 150 brake engine, not the 130. So you couldn't really wish for anything more there. You got the tow bar on the back, the awning. Now, other stuff you have, opening up the side door, lovely on a nice day, you can let the outside in, and that brings you into what would normally be the gas locker in the back of the kitchen, but of course this doesn't need a gas locker, it's got a gas tank, so that's now even more storage. Really handy. And your gauge for your gas tank is very handily fitted there, so you can see how much gas you've got. Step for the electric step button for the electric step, and a handy outside barbecue point, because of course you don't want to carry, having freed up your gas locker, you don't then want to unfree it to carry a spare bottle for your gas locker, so that will run off the gas tank. Into the front lounge, we've got some lovely low lighting, twin swivel cab seats with this really nice, very good quality two-tone upholstery. You've got a double forward facing seat, and then a table. Now this table will drop down or in fact your table will remove, this will slide out and you can make a single bed there. So it's a 3 berth, that's sort of 1.6, 1.7, 1.5 metres. It's not massive, but it's big enough for kids. You've got a bit of storage to put your table over the cab or other stuff if you're leaving your table there. Concertina blinds and fly screens on all the windows. Very, very nice colour scheme with this sort of dark ash wood. And then your concertina blind, your fly screen from the bottom. Really, really nice. Nice map reading lights up there as well to illuminate your dashboard. Looking to the back of the vehicle, you've got this nice, again, sort of marble effect worktop. Lift up flap there and a plug. And then a decent kitchen. So you've not got huge amounts of room in a van conversion, but something's got to give. But this kitchen's good. Big storage cupboard, which is accessed from the outside there. 2 drawers, a grill, 2 burner hob, 3 burner hob, sink, hob, and a microwave, high level microwave with a skylight above. Really good little kitchen. Bathroom, almost all van conversion bathrooms are wet rooms. This one's a very nice one in fairness to it. Previous owners even left us a towel. We'll reunite that with him. You've got a nice little sink and a separate cassette toilet and a blown air heater vent in there. Your fridge freezer down there with a full width freezer. Your wardrobe above there with your TV aerial in it, digital compatible TV aerial. Don't see them on van conversions all that much. And then you're down to your lovely, lovely bedroom, which is just a gorgeous place to be, with your big comfortable fixed bed with your Jubilee mattress. Jubilee are a company that produce very high-end mattresses for caravans and motorhomes. And then this lovely dressing area with lots and lots of storage, hers and hers cupboards there. Strip lights above the top, rear speakers, and a big hecky roof light over your bed, as well as 2 opening rear windows and your opening side window, and a handy pocket over there for your phones and things like that, your book, your reading spectacles. Lots of deep storage there for clothes, and then of course you've got all the storage underneath the bed as well, which we saw from the outside. TV point in the rear lounge, and you've got, I think, a TV point in the front as well. Don't hold me to that, you may well do, but it is absolutely immaculate. So this is the 2016 66 plate Autocruise Alto at Highbridge Motorhomes, Devon. It's priced at 40995. Used van conversions with fixed beds are super desirable. You'll never see another Alto as nice as this. It's got the mega cab spec, it's got the awning, the tow bar, the sat nav, the 150 brake engine, the cruise control, the cab blinds, the reversing sensors, the solar panel, the TV aerial. It's got the underslung gas tank, it's got the barbecue point. There is nothing you could have to add to this van that I can think of that it doesn't already have, and it's immaculate. So Autocruise Alto 2016 66 plate 40995. Any questions, contact us through the website or ring us and ask to be put through to the Devon branch of Highbridge Caravans. Thank you very much. Goodbye.